Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live, and joining me tonight is EMS Captain Kevin Millikan from the Torrance Fire Department, who's going to talk about National CPR Awareness Week that starts this Thursday. Welcome to NewsBreak Live.
Thank you for having me, Hiba. It's a pleasure to be here.
And this week is very special. It's Citizens CPR Awareness Week in the city of Torrance. What does that mean for the Torrance Fire Department and your partners?
Sure, it's a great opportunity for us to reach out into the community. And so back in 2007, Congress unanimously proclaimed the first week in June every year as National CPR Awareness Week, with the hopes that they could help educate people about the importance of knowing CPR. So here in Torrance, we have also seen the importance of teaching our citizens and our community about CPR, and so we have proclaimed June 1st through June 7th as Citizens CPR Awareness Week in the city of Torrance. So we're encouraging all of our citizens to come out to one of our 7 locations that we'll have throughout the week to learn hands-only CPR.
You hosted this event last year, so this has become more of an annual event?
It has, and we had great success last year. Last year we had 568 people that were trained throughout the week, and we're looking to increase that number this year.
So let's go through the locations. Training starts this Thursday through the 7th. Where can people go out to?
Sure, we have multiple locations throughout the city. And so our locations will be at the Home Depot down at the Crossroads Center. We have the Del Amo Fashion Center Lifestyle Wing, the Farmers Market at Wilson Park, Torrance Beach, as well as the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library, and 24-hour fitness. And the dates and times for all of these locations can be found on the Torrance Fire Department's Facebook site.
Great, so there's a lot of opportunity for people to come out and learn how to actually perform hands-only CPR. So why is the emphasis on this type of CPR? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Hands-only CPR is a great, simple, and easy way for people to get involved. And so we know that early CPR for somebody that's had a cardiac arrest increases their chances of survival. So by teaching our citizens hands-only CPR, it helps increase the chance of survival for people in the field and helps assist us as responders. There's 2 quick and easy steps. Step 1 is just to call 911 and get other resources started. And then step 2, push hard and fast in the center of the chest. And that's going to help keep the blood flowing inside the body, delivering the oxygen to the important organs, and help increase that survival until we can get there and assist.
And that's key, right, for people who are already on scene to perform the CPR before first responders like yourself can arrive. Tell the viewers, how important is that?
Very important. So we know that early CPR can essentially double or triple someone's chances of survival. We know that for every minute that CPR is not done, that a person's chance of survival goes down by 10%. And knowing that 70% of cardiac arrests happen inside the home, the chances that you will be able to use these skills on a friend or family member to be able to help save their life is very important.
What is it about the technique that you'll be teaching people? For maybe some viewers who may be nervous, who've never done this before, tell me who's going to be on site to teach the attendees and the different techniques.
Absolutely. So we've partnered with other members of the community and our healthcare partners. So we'll have staff not only from the fire department, but also from Torrance Memorial Medical Center, Little Company of Mary Hospital, as well as personnel from McCormick Ambulance. And we'll all be on site at the different locations to help teach the hands-only CPR.
You mentioned the 2 easy steps, but what is it about the technique that you'll be teaching them?
Sure. So at each site, we're going to have CPR mannequins there where we can show people how quick and simple and easy it is. So we're going to show them the correct hand placement on the chest, show them the correct depth and rate at which they would need to press to help keep that blood circulating and to help increase someone's chance of survival.
Great, and they can come out, it's all for free, that's the best part.
Absolutely. Come out to any one of our locations and we'd be happy to have them there and train them and educate them more about hands-only CPR and just CPR in general.
As an EMS captain, how many cases have you seen here in the city of Torrance where people know how to perform this sort of CPR or they don't?
It's really encouraging when we show up and we have units show up on scene at a cardiac arrest and we see people already performing CPR and performing these skills. So last year in 2016, we had approximately 100 cardiac arrests where we treated those patients. And 25% of the time, we had bystanders that were there already performing CPR and giving that patient the best chance of survival. So we really are encouraged to see people getting involved, but we want to educate more people so that we can hopefully increase that number and that percentage in the future.
And I know you're teaching me a lot right now, and what and when should it be performed, the hands-only CPR, exactly?
So anytime someone notices that somebody has become unresponsive, we're encouraging citizens to check them, do shake and shout, ask them if they're okay, and if they are unresponsive and they're not showing any signs of life, then we want them to remember those 2 easy steps. Number 1, call 911, and number 2, just to push hard and fast on the chest.
What do you want people to know about, I know we discussed this a little bit already, the importance of hands-only CPR?
It's so important, again, because they are really that lifeline and to increase that person's chance of survival. It really assists us as first responders in being able to keep tissue and keep blood circulating in the body until we can get there and start performing other actions such as defibrillation or administering medication.
Okay, and so when you do arrive on scene, ventilation is the extra, I guess, part that you offer to the patient.
Absolutely. So hands-only CPR, the focus is really just those chest compressions, and research has shown that that's very effective. When we arrive on scene, we're going to add in the ventilations, so help them to breathe for that patient. It oxygenates the blood that is circulating within the body, and there are some differences that we treat people for if it's an infant versus a child versus an adult. But our encouragement is for people to come out, learn those quick and easy steps for the hands-only CPR because they can absolutely make a difference in the lives of the community and the people around them.
I know you mentioned that it could triple the life expectancy, if someone is performed this hands-only CPR earlier. Are there any other statistics that really stick out to you as an EMS captain for the Torrance Fire Department?
I think the one that hits home for me is just that because 70% of cardiac arrests occur within the home, the chances that you will have to perform this on a family member or a friend is quite high. And so we all want to give our friends and family members the best chance of survival should something like this happen.
What exactly is cardiac arrest for people who don't know?
Sure. Cardiac arrest is when your heart stops beating and it starts working, whether that is an electrical issue or some other medical problem. And so because the heart's not pumping, it's not delivering blood and oxygen to the brain and the important tissues in the body. So by performing CPR, by performing hands-only CPR, we're able to keep the blood pumping throughout the body, circulating that oxygen, keeping that tissue alive until we can show up and help out with more definitive treatment.
What are some symptoms of cardiac arrest? I know you mentioned someone not being conscious, but is there anything else that someone on scene can maybe notice that, okay, this person is really experiencing a cardiac arrest?
I think that's just the most important thing is if they see somebody that is unresponsive, to help get them to the ground if they're not already there, shake and shout, ask them if they're okay, and if they are not responding and they're not showing any signs of life, then go ahead and call 911 and then start those chest compressions by pushing hard and fast in the center of the chest.
Great, and this is just another reminder, the Torrance Fire Department along with their community partners will be hosting CPR hands-only training this week. And if someone can't get trained this week, where can they go for more information?
The American Heart Association's website is a great place for more information. So if they go to handsonlycpr.org, they'll be able to see a 90-second video on the training that's essentially what we're going to be providing out throughout the community. As well, if they're interested in more extensive CPR training or first aid training, they can go to cpr.heart.org. Again, it's the American Heart Association's website, and they'll be able to find some great places to train throughout the community and find training centers and locations nearest them.
Lastly, is there an age limit on the training? Can anybody come?
Anybody can come on out, and we welcome and encourage families to come out, adults, kids, and it's a great way to interact with them and for everybody to learn these skills no matter what age they are.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for joining me on NewsBreak Live. I really appreciate it. And there's 7 locations, so I really hope people come out and learn how to save a life.
Thank you very much for having me, and we look forward to seeing everyone out in the community.
Great. Have a great night.
You too.
And as EMS Captain Kevin Millikan just said, if you missed this training, you can head to the American Heart Association website to find a training near you. Also, for details on locations and times for training by the Torrance Fire Department, you can go to the Torrance Fire Department's Facebook page, where they have a beautiful flyer that you can check out. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. Torrance City Council has the night off. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. And for Facebook and Twitter users, use #NewsBreakLive. Have a great night.